So what is the difference between a, let's call it $5,000 suspension and a $15,000 suspension? You see that guy back there?
How you guys doing?
It's one of my friends, Ben Byerly. He has this beautiful Ford Bronco, and he's going to help explain the differences.
Yep, there's a lot that we've done to it. You guys might remember it from our very first video when we took the truck out and did the 20-degree hill.
Yeah.
You remember that, right? You had just got your AT4X.
Yep.
We went and did that, and it's my wife's daily driver. She's allowed me to do a few upgrades to it.
A few? Just a few, right?
Just a
okay,
few.
this is just a few. Okay, got you.
Yep. She's like, can't go extreme, right?
You can't go, really?
Yeah, can't go extreme. But, you know, it is what it is, right? And she loves it.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, we never would have got into off-roading had it not been for Ford's off-road rodeo experience, right? So with the Raptors, when you buy a Raptor, they have a whole course that you can go through that teaches you how to drive it, how to use it, how to enjoy it. Well, they've got the same thing for the Ford Bronco. And we bought it used, but the guy that we bought it from had never used it. We registered, went up, and she loved it. We were back up in Moab the next weekend,
Nice.
up on the trails, and then we're like, man, we want to do something a little more extreme, right? Get into something a little bit more, so we bought one suspension. It's a live and learn because it cost me a lot, and then I learned that that wasn't the right one, so we had to go back and buy another suspension. And I tell you what, it has made a world of difference, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's something that we can do together.
Yeah.
Although she may get a little frustrated when I'm letting her drive and trying to give her directions, right? But
Yeah.
there's a Bronco club here in Utah. There's even a ladies Bronco club, and they go out and do overnight trips, just the ladies, and teaching the ladies how to drive, how to enjoy it. And then we do a little bit more extreme stuff when we're out together. You know, up into the 6s, maybe a 7, depending on who you're with and how experienced the rest of the team is, right?
So level 6 is like a really hard course. You're probably
Yes.
going to scratch your Bronco.
Yes,
Very much so. You're probably going to curb some wheels on some rocks.
exactly.
And you're probably going to bend some of your skid plates. So if you're going to that level 6, just know that if you have a princess, they call it the pavement princesses.
Yes.
That's not what this is. This
Nope.
is 100% a Bronco that's going to be used. Now, I want you to kind of explain. Let's get a little bit closer.
Okay.
And let's talk about the suspension. All right, Ben. So what was the first suspension you had on the truck? And when we say $5,000 versus $15K, we're talking tires, wheels, because obviously you have to have the right offset for your wheels when you're doing this too, right?
Correct.
So what was the first suspension you had on this Bronco?
Okay, so the first one we had, we went through a 4x4 shop,
Uh-huh.
and I wasn't wanting to spend a whole lot of money, so the 5 was kind of on the high end at that time, right? We went with the Rough Country, which gave us the upper control arm. They rebuilt the Fox shocks that came with the Bronco because we had the Haas 3.0s. So they went in and put in some spacers and whatnot in the shocks, gave us a 2.5-inch lift. They also gave us the 37-inch Toyo tires. Which
35?
are,
35 or?
well, these ones are 37. So
Oh,
we
these
were
are-
on
okay.
a 30. We were on a 35.
Okay.
And we were able to use the same rim that was on there.
I see.
And then also it included the RC hidden winch mount with an RC winch, right? And then the shop time. So all of that got us around $5,000.
Okay. Okay.
And then as we went out and started doing some more of the obstacles and wanting to get a little bit bigger, we realized we needed a little bit more clearance, a little bit more travel, and whatnot. So you get the most travel, obviously, off of a solid front axle, right?
Yeah.
Jeep, other types of stuff. And since this has independent suspension, you can get a little bit more travel, but you get a little more articulation.
Okay.
Right. So right before we went up to the Bronco Safari, which was in Vernal this year, we had a complete rehaul or overhaul of the suspension. We went to the Icon suspension.
And this is the big boy stuff right here.
This is the big boy stuff.
If you want rough country, yes, it can go off-road.
Yes.
It does pretty good.
It's perfect for getting you your lift.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the 35-inch tire. We did have some rub when we went to the 37. Backing up, amazingly, right? Didn't rub going forward, you'd rub backing up.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you'll get that on this for whatever reason, I don't know, right?
Well, this Icon suspension is adjustable too,
Yes.
right?
Yep, it's all adjustable. The rough country, not so adjustable, right? But
Okay.
it does have lube points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the Icon on the upper control arm, they can rebuild it. And it adjusts up and down. They can pull it in so your tires can cant back up, straight up, so you get the better wear on your tires and whatnot.
And the rough country was 2.5.
2.5.
And where is this at right here?
We're at 4.
4 inches. So you went from stock ride height
Yes.
to
2.5.
2.5, now up to 4.
Up to a 4.
So how would you say the ride was from the stock suspension to the rough country?
So with the stock suspension, with the Haas 3.0 Fox, right? So you can't tune it to be stiff on the road
Okay.
and then completely off-road compliant, right?
Yeah.
Unless you get out and manually adjust. So to set it, it comes, set for both. When you go to brake on the original, right, you would kind of go down.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
You know
so
what
it
I'm
would dive.
talking about. And,
yeah.
and a lot of the viewers will know. They're like, oh yeah, I know what that is. You feel like you're just kind of sliding down, sinking down into the
into the suspension because it's
Yeah.
too soft.
because it's soft. Yeah.
Ah.
And you noticed on the way over the difference between this ride and what you remember from that soft
absolutely.
suspension. Yes.
Yeah. So you would say the Icon's a little bit stiffer.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And so when I ordered the suspension, I said, give me the best, better, and excellent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bigger, better, best, right? Is what it comes down to be, right? So they said, well, here's your the beginning is your Icon shock with the internal reservoir, right?
Mm-hmm.
No adjustable. The second, the better, has an external reservoir, has manual adjustments, right? So we can go in and tune it, and then you can go in and manually adjust it. And I said, well, I can't adjust the ones I've got now, so that's not an option, right?
Yeah.
So I said, what's your absolute best? And they said they just came out with this EVCV shock, right? So it's an external reservoir, but it's computerized, right?
Nice.
So it reads at like 40 nanoseconds, and it reads all 4 of the suspensions, adjust on the fly. I said, well, that sounds like a pretty good option. I said, what's the cost? And they said, well, you got this cost, and then this cost. Right?
Yeah.
I said, well, I can't adjust what I've got now, and I wouldn't be able to adjust the middle. So let me go with the big boy, and that's what we ended up doing. So it actually has a computer controller that sits in the engine bay, and it monitors all 4 shocks at the same time, adjust on the fly. It actually has manual. You can go in on an iPad, iPhone, and make manual adjustments. It's got on-road, off-road, and a tow haul mode.
Wow.
And then you can go in and change the stiffness all the way around. It's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Waiting for them to come out with the Android version. They say it's coming, but
So you can control this on a device with iOS currently
with
now.
iOS,
I
yes.
see. Okay.
or it'll manually do it.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so automatic.
Wow. So this thing has the 37s. These are the Toyo tires, open
Yep.
country. Oh, these are RT Trail. That's right.
Yes, the RT Trail.
RT Trail. Yes. These are the best of the best, right? And there's really no road noise, would you say?
So this has been an incredible tire.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much, I went out and put the same tire on my 3500, right, which we'll do some videos with later with the bank stuff, but I put the same tire on there. So Toyo actually just released an RT Pro,
Okay.
right? So
Because this is considered a hybrid, right?
this is kind of a hybrid. So you get your sidewall here, and I didn't realize what a difference those knobs made until you get off-roading, right? And you're actually using those knobs to grip to the rock as you're you know,
So you don't slide down,
so
or
you don't slide down. Yeah.
ah.
So the new RT Pros adds probably another 1/4 inch of knob on the side.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So a little bit more aggressive tire.
A very aggressive tire.
And these are 17-inch wheels, you said.
Yep, 17-inch rims.
Why would you go 18 or 19 when you can get 17, right?
So, well, and we didn't. So a lot of people will buy these, right? And they'll automatically throw on a 20 or a 22.
Yeah.
Right? And then they'll do the 37. And it looks amazing,
Sure.
right? But you can see on the rim that we have, you know, rub right up on the rim. This is 17-inch rim with the 37-inch tire.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sidewall, and we're hitting that rim up that high.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys, and to your point, I was actually shocked to see it too. Yeah, there are some scrapes on these wheels, so, and I like how they actually hide, or not hide, they push back the valve stem a little bit further too, so that way you can protect it as well. And you said these are B-locked wheels too.
Yes, so these are DOT approved, all 50 states. And the screws go behind the bead and lock it in, and there's a larger lip on the back.
I see. Hope you guys can see those.
So versus going through the sidewall and screwing it in, these go behind it and lock that in. So when we go out now, we can go down 6-8 PSI, and it just makes a world of difference when you're going through those obstacles.
Yeah, I bet you the grip gets significantly better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and when you're going down to 8 PSI, I mean, the tire could potentially come off the wheel too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
When you get down around 15, you've got to worry on a conventional rim about that just unbeating and coming off.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I guess, you know, if you want to spend the money, this is what it looks like. I think that for what you do, right?
Yes.
You're actually going crazy. Like this guy, like, I don't know if you guys even know, this Bronco is completely PPF'd. And this to show you perspective of, like right here.
That was a tree.
That was a tree. You probably can see it better on this side, but this is kind of going through the PPF here. I mean, it's not going through, but like there are some pieces.
There's no paint damage.
There's no paint damage, and that's what's nice about this Bronco is it has some dents and bruises here and there. And I like the fact that you took off the fender flares, because you said if you had fender flares in this thing,
we would have broken.
You would have broken by now, yeah.
Yep.
And
so they're sitting in the garage thinking about selling them.
Yeah.
Doing some change out.
See, I thought that this was all for style, personally.
No, and that's what you would think, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that too until we got into the hobby, right?
Yeah.
Same with the fender wells, inner fender wells. We switched those out. It sucks it up higher so you get more clearance, so the tire goes up higher and doesn't rub in there and tear it up.
Yeah.
And then when you delete that, because the fenders would come off and hang probably to here, right? So you come up and they're plastic clips.
Okay. And yeah, it just gives it a nicer look. See, I thought you just did it for looks, but it actually has a lot of cosmetic, not just cosmetic, but you have like a lot of benefit for going off-road too.
Yeah, there's so much to learn about the sport and the hobby, and and you can just spend, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Well, you have a recovery business too, right?
Yes, we'll help people out on the trail. We can help change tires. We can tow them out. We can get them unstuck.
Okay.
Do carry some tie rods, so we can change some tie rods out on the trail.
Which happens pretty often, you said?
Pretty often, yeah. We went down to the Bronco Rodeo early June, and right off the bat had a couple people snap their tie rods.
Do you have any recommendations for aftermarket?
So Rough Country makes a good aftermarket tie rod. Icon makes a good aftermarket tie rod. Or just carry some of the Ford ones. And there's actually a company that makes, they make a block that clamps onto the broken tie rods.
Yeah.
And you can ride on those forever.
Okay. Okay.
And, you know, it depends on what you want to get, what you want to pay. We've actually started carrying, there's a tread grip, or a company that makes a patch now for the sidewall.
Okay. Wow.
And I see it on Instagram Reel all the time, but they'll take a knife, puncture it, put it on there, and they're like, we've got 2,000 miles on this tire off-roading, and it's still going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. And I think that what you're getting from this video is not to put down the Rough Country suspension. That's not what we're doing.
No.
I just think that if you are someone who really wants to go in that level 6, what's the highest level off-road?
Well, 10, but they have some that are unrated, right?
Oh, well, that's when you have like a 1980s, 90s built Jeep Wrangler or
Something
even
like that,
Ford Bronco.
or a custom buggy, right?
Oh yeah,
it's
there you
all
go.
roll cage.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You're not. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you're gonna roll it going through there.
Yeah. But yeah, even like the skid plates, I don't know if I even did them justice down there for you guys. I'll show them to you again here, but there's scrapes and bruises on the skid plate. So yeah, I mean, even like on some like where the suspension's, you know, connected, I don't know if I even show, but there's some bruises there. So this Bronco is doing what it's intended to do. And you said too, and this is something good for people to know, Ford actually covers some parts under warranty.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, Ford wants you to get out there and use it. They've designed this to go off-road. Straight from the floor, you can go out and do level 4, level 5s. And every area has different ratings, right, on what they call level 4 and level 5. So make sure you get out there and find out what it is and what people recommend, right?
Yeah.
But, so, like you said, the bottom's all armored. It's a company, RCI, and they make a complete kit to go underneath. And it's just amazing. It uses factory bolts down underneath there. Everything lines up perfect. You can install it yourself. And we went with the 1/8 inch steel versus the aluminum. And it's definitely paid off.
Oh, yeah.
And I've sent you videos. I'm sure you'll put some in here. But there's a video where I'm coming off and it's a pretty big drop. And it's just scraping all across the bottom. You can hear it. And people are like, oh man, that just drives me crazy because you know it's doing damage, right?
Oh, but it's steel, and
Yes.
and you can always take those off at the end of every season.
Yep.
Take them off, clean them
Paint
off, repaint them.
Yep.
And that's what's nice about the steel. I mean, they're meant to really handle the weight of this Bronco too.
Yes.
I mean, I just saw back here. You said that you might be considering doing a delete for the exhaust.
For the muffler.
For the
yes.
muffler. Okay.
Yep, so it would bring it up closer, suck it up underneath, so you don't have that.
Yeah, because it's damaged just a little bit on the tip.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it's not too bad though.
No. In fact, I've had this thing at an angle where the back tire, spare tire, was down in the dirt. Right?
Wow.
It was balancing on the back tire.
Wow, with a 4-inch lift.
With a 4-inch lift.
Now, did you reinforce the holder for this?
So that's a rough country. When we got the bigger tire, we went with the rough country, which extends that up. But there are a number of companies that make a panel to stiffen this up, and that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm doing research on it to get the best one because some of them allow for equipment to attach to it, right? So you could put a gas can on it, or you could put some plates there. Not all of them come with that capability, so I got to find the right one.
Yeah.
For the right price, right? Because
Sure.
they go from $89 all the way up to like $800.
Okay. Makes sense. Now, last thing, let's go ahead and turn in the wheel real quickly. I want to show them your Carli suspension because that's very important for people to see too.
So one of the disadvantages to this trim level, which is the Wildtraks for the Bronco, it's set up for the Baja style, so it doesn't come with a disconnect for the front sway bar. Doing some research, I found that Carli makes a sway bar that's, you don't have to pull pins, you don't have to put pins back in. It gives you the best of both worlds, right? It's based off of a torsion type system. So if one's up, the other one's down. It articulates in that area. So you get the driving of a pinned up sway bar. You get the off-road of a disconnect all in one, and you don't have to do anything for it.
You're not having to come out here, put pins in like you said.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And it's amazing. And it fit right up in there.
Okay.
Same bolt pattern, everything. Josh over at Truck Stuff actually put this one on for me, and it was just easy, up and in, good to go, and it has been a game changer out on the trails.
Nice. You get that more articulation.
You get more articulation because you get better climbing, better control when all 4 tires are on the ground.
Nice.
Right, versus doing the tire lift, right? You're coming off, you got a tire 5 foot up in the air, right? It looks cool. Looks cool. Doesn't do much for your for your ability to off-road.
Yeah. And just like how Ben said, like having the adjustability on the fly is so much nicer. If you don't know, torsion is torque sensing. I had to look that up a while back. I remember,
Yeah.
what is torsion? But yeah, it's basically, I guess you can call it an acronym for torque sensing. So once it notices articulation, it
Yes.
just automatically
It
adjusts
automatically
for you.
adjusts for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you guys will see here in the engine bay, the controller, I already showed that to you guys, the Icon controller. And you already have on air, since you have a business now, if someone's out here in Utah and they get stuck.
Oh yeah, so, well, and this is it's a bonus, because when you come off the trail after airing down, we use a Morphlate system, so it airs up all 4 tires at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a controller that sits on there. And that thing has just been awesome. So about 10 minutes, air up all 4 tires, you're good to go, you're back on the road. And with Ford and their outfitter switches has also been a game changer. So that's connected to the switches. The lights on the front are connected to the switches.
Yeah. Even on the side by the mirrors there.
Even those are connected to the switches, yeah, and then the 3 across the front are connected.
Oh, nice.
We'll connect some in the back. I'll do a light bar on top. It'll all be connected through the switches.
Nice. Well, dude, this is awesome. Thank you so much
Oh yeah.
for taking the time, because in the next video, guys, we're going to drive this thing.
Let's do it.
And I think we have to see, this $15,000 suspension worth it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Thank you, guys. Oh, what about the chicken? We gotta.
Oh, hey, you can't forget about this. So that is our screaming chicken, right?
Yes.
We got that when we went up to the Bronco Safari. They gave one to everybody. My wife's like, hey, right in front of the camera. So while you're up there doing stupid stuff, right, looking at the camera, you can remember the screaming chicken's there to kind of help you reel yourself back in.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, Ben. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And by the way, if you would like to buy the Rough Country suspension, you want to put your cell phone number here? Someone can text
we
you?
can do that. We can do that. I've got it sitting in my garage. It's the Haas 3.0 shock system with a 2.5-inch Rough Country lift. Comes with the upper control arm. Comes with the tie rods. Everything you need to go do to get on. Gives you a solid 35-inch tire. You can do the 37s. If you don't mind a little bit of rubbing.
Okay.
And you don't have to cut. So
there you go.
good to go.
Awesome. Thank you, bro.
Yep.